During a marathon baseball season, a team will go through many highs and lows. Unfortunately, right now, the A's are on a low. The game of baseball seems to be kicking them while they're down. One thing the team has shown is there is no panic inside the dugout. In that over 162-game season, things always seem to even out. The green and gold know that they have the talent to turn things around. Tonight, they hand the ball to Josh Outman, who is back in the big leagues and has showed glimpses of the promise the A's saw in him in 2009. Can Outman get the green and gold back in the win column? The A's take on the Royals. Game 2, next. It is another beautiful night for baseball in Oakland as we get set for Game 2 of the 3-game series. David DeJesus will hit in the leadoff spot. And, of course, one of the rising young stars for the Royals, Eric Hosmer. And that gentleman right there will be the starting pitcher tonight for the Athletics, Josh Outman. So the A's trying to even up this series at a game apiece. It's the Royals and the Athletics coming up right here on Comcast Sportsnet, California. Baseball, along with Ray Fosse, I'm Glenn Kuiper. Well, we've only seen Jemile Weeks for 7 games, but he has certainly been impressive, Ray, not only with the bat, and of course he's a very fast runner, but he's been very good in the field as well. You know, I think what he realizes is that he weighs 165 pounds. He's not his brother Ricky. He's not going to hit a lot of home runs. He's going to utilize his great speed. Around the bag has been tremendous, but I think more than anything, watching him run last night, his 3rd triple in 7 games, he's running with the head down, he's sprinting, he knows he has his speed, and he is trying to utilize that. And I think the biggest thing, just to play within himself, not try to be more than what he's capable. And so far in 7 games, he's really shown a lot. And he plays with a little flair and a little edge, which, you know what, we like that. Now, for the Kansas City Royals, all the talk is about their young players. They're good young hitters, but there's a couple of veteran guys who I think are making a huge difference, Cabrera and Francoeur. Well, you need veterans on a young team, and these guys are definitely short. Cabrera, switch hitter, played with the Yankees. That's going to help him be the veteran leader on this ball club, and he is showing it with his bat also defensively. How about Frenchie? They call him Frenchie Francoeur. He is doing a great job for this Royals club, and he is one of the best outfielders when it comes to throwing. He threw out another base runner last night, but as you said, these guys are young, but you definitely need some veterans. They have 2 very good ones in those 2 that we just talked about. Luke Hochevar will start tonight for the Royals, the big right-hander, and Josh Outman, the lefty, for the A's. There's your pitching matchup. We'll have lineups and first pitch. When we return, it's the A's and the Royals coming up.
A's Baseball on Comcast Sportsnet California is brought to you by AT&T and by Toyota. Check out the great deals at your local Toyota dealer today.
Well, Josh Outman just finished his warm-up tosses in. Hey, how about that? That youngster is starting the game out. Very happy young man as the ball that Outman's throwing with down in the bullpen is now in the possession of that youngster. So we're just about set to go. The Royals and the Athletics, game 2 of the series. The Royals won last night by a final score of 7-4. So Josh Outman will try to help the A's even up this series at a game apiece. Game time weather for tonight is brought to you by the Santa Cruz Beach Boardwalk. Get to the beach. The admission-free boardwalk is now open daily. Gorgeous day, 66 degrees. Just a nice breeze. So hot around the Bay Area today and nice into the evening. So just about a perfect night for baseball.
Ball carried very well during batting practice. Of course, the warmth will help the ball, and the A's can get some elevated against Luke Hochevar tonight. Try to score some runs for Josh Outman as he gets set to take the mound and trying to pick up his second win. His first came in his second start against the Orioles, but lost to the Orioles in his last start.
So the A's take the field with the alternate gold tops on, and here's the lineup tonight for the Kansas City Royals. Very familiar to last night. In fact, it's the exact same. Gordon in left, Cabrera in center, Hosmer at first. Then Francoeur in right, Butler the DH, Moustakas at third. Trainer's the catcher, Getz at second. Escobar is the shortstop.
And for Josh Outman, he'll be making his 5th start of this season, and there are the numbers for his previous 4. Was called up, and his start against the Angels went well. Same with the Orioles against Boston. Red Sox won the game, but he's pitched well. Good fastball in his last start. Very good. All of his pitches, fastball and changeup. Changeup was outstanding in his first start against the Angels. Not so well in a couple of starts, but last start he was very good with the changeup, the curveball, and his fastball.
The defense for the A's tonight. It'll have Willingham in left, Sweeney in center, DeJesus in right, Sizemore and Pennington on the left side of the diamond, Weeks and Barton on the right side, and Landon Powell will catch tonight. Outman still finishing up his warm-up tosses, so David DeJesus in the lineup tonight against his former team. Coco Crisp with the night off. DeJesus can hit that leadoff spot.
I think David's just happy to be in the lineup. And he said start tonight because he's a right-hander, so I think he's starting to get the feeling that maybe he is not going to play that much against lefties. Ryan Sweeney in center, so basically Bob Melvin leaving DeJesus in right field. He's played center throughout his career, so Ryan Sweeney steps in and he'll take over the center field spot. The Sun still kind of in right field. Summer has finally settled in.
Thank you very much. Danny Duffy, his first major league win last night.
So he gets to sit around for 4 days and get ready for his next start. Sunflower seeds. Mikey Thalbin, of course, plenty of sunflower seeds and goodies up in the clubhouse. And he's got to kick back and cheer for your teammates for 4 days. What a life.
As long as you can do it sitting on a W, which
that's right.
Duffy is going to be able to do that. So Ottman's ready. Alex Gordon steps in, lefty on lefty to start the ball game. And the first pitch is in for a strike. So 7:09 first pitch from the O.Co Coliseum. Royals come in 30-37 on the year. They have won just 9 road games. They're 9-17. This is the 5th game between the A's and the Royals. They have split the first 4.
First time this year that Landon Powell has caught Josh Outman. Day game tomorrow, so Bob Melvin going with Powell tonight. Kurt Suzuki tomorrow afternoon.
And 1-2 pitches inside. Cabrera will be next, and then Hosmer. So the 2-2 to Alex Gordon is high. Gordon 283 with 7 home runs and 36 runs batted in.
Five pitches, 5 fastballs. Figure he's going to be another one, 3-2.
And it's bounced to Jemiah Weeks, who grabs it, and that's out number 1.
And the Dodge Charger keys to the game. Hartman solidified himself in the rotation. He has a chance now. Continue to pitch well. Of course, watch Kansas City and the base stealers cut down on the errors. That's a nice combination. Don't allow them to get on base. That means they can't steal. And that if you catch the ball and don't allow them to get on base, your defense is better.
It all adds up.
Let's hope for a W.
So 1 out for Melky Cabrera, the switch hitter, and he takes a bit low. Cabrera 272. 9 home runs, 41 runs batted in. We talked about Cabrera and Francoeur in our open, and about how they're not really old players, but they have been around for a while, and they're older than their younger, maybe more, some of their more hyped teammates like Hosmer and Moustakas. These two guys are having very fine years. 2-0 pitch is a strike. Tim Cheetah calling balls and strikes.
Tim Cheetah likes the high strike. Fortunately, because that would have been 3-0 had he not liked it.
Bunted, and it's a good one, and it's going to be a base hit. So Melky Cabrera with the bunt single. Here's our true story brought to you by McDonald's. Earlier this year on May 7th, Eric Hosmer gets his first major league hit. It was off Brandon McCarthy and the A's in the bottom of the 5th inning, and it was done at Kauffman Stadium. I believe that was his second game in the big leagues.
First inning, just in his first play, just turned a 3-6-3 double play with Hideki Matsui. Very smooth around first base, very accomplished hitter. Moved from 6th and 7th in the batting order when we saw him to number 3 in the order. Nagios has a pretty good hitter, hitting in what is considered the best spot, the best hitter spot in the batting order.
Splits home and road, and Hosmer lately has been struggling, but he did get a couple of hits last night. But from what we've seen of him, and I've not seen a lot, but doesn't seem to chase out of the strike zone too much. He's got 12 walks and 28 strikeouts in 152 at bats. Big swing there. He fouls it straight back.
Last night when we saw him in Kansas City on Mother's Day weekend, early May, 7th, 8th, and 9th, he came up and made his major league debut. A very highly touted prospect in the organization, 21 years young, clean shaven. And I said, what about the beard? He said, weren't allowed to have them in the minor leagues. So as soon as he got to the big league, he said, it makes me look older. Listen, you're 21 and that talented. You don't care what your age is, so how you look, because he is talented. Good fastball inside part of the plate, and a very nicely thrown pitch by Josh Outman. He didn't rely mostly on his fastball so far. One changeup.
Well, we found out last night the Royals will run. They had 3 stolen bases in the game. And Cabrera at first is 8 for 9. Cabrera goes. Barton's throw is right there, and Pennington puts the tag on. So Cabrera is out, and that's out number 2.
Now back to back, and that's always a good sign. And Cabrera going on first move. So Josh Outman right there saw him, gave a little quick leg kick, high throw by Derek Broughton to pull down nicely by Pennington to get the out. I think Derek trying to throw over Cabrera as he was running to second base.
Runners picked up, most in the majors. Hosmer pops it up foul.
Hosmer showed last night his ability to foul off tough pitches, especially in 3-2 count.
Popped up again. This could be playable. Sizemore near the A's dugout, and he cannot make the play. He had enough room, but he kind of faded off right at the last minute.
Well, you see some guys, and we have seen in the past, third baseman will go into a slide if they're afraid about running into the dugout. And Kurt Suzuki, his teammate, Mark Ellis, ready to catch him had he continued and fallen into the dugout. But they're yelling, plenty of room, plenty of room. And again, all the foul territory. And Sizemore new to third base here at the Coliseum. Came up as a second baseman with the Tigers last year, opening day second baseman. But the A's, though, has primarily been at third, especially since Jamal Weeks has been with the ball club the last 7 days.
Another 3-2 and a breaking ball. Hosmer strikes out. So nothing for the Royals in the top of the first. A's come to bat in the bottom of the first and will score. Lineup for tonight: DeJesus, Pennington, Matsui, Willingham, Sweeney, Sizemore, Barton, Powell, and Weeks. So David DeJesus in the leadoff spot tonight for the A's, facing Luke Hochevar, big right-hander. And the first pitch is a strike to DeJesus. 239 for David, 5 homers, 22 runs batted in. Bounce toward Ty Waller. DeJesus did not play last night.
Hochevar, 14 starts on the season, one of those against the A's, a game in which on the 7th of May he had a chance to do something they'd never done, and that's beat the A's. He's 0-5, no decision, left after 7 innings of giving up just 1 run.
That one off Hochevar, picks it up, throws in time to get the out, and they'll check on the big right-hander. Check on Hochevar. Here's the defense for the Royals: Gordon, Cabrera, and Francoeur in the outfield. Stockus, Escobar, Getz, Hosmer on the infield, and Trainer is the catcher.
Well, David DeJesus, a breaking ball right back up the middle. Well, his hand was there, and talking to Joey Devine, you can listen. Stud. Of course, as he turned, Hochevar turned right there. The ball hit him on the right side. Tried to put his glove up, and maybe his elbow. That wasn't the case, but Joey Devine got hit on the backside. But he said it's so close to his right elbow. He surgically repaired right elbow last night. Fortunately, he's okay. We hope the same for Hochevar. game against the Athletics in Kansas City. Retired the first 11. Pitching very well with an outstanding controlled fastball and a good curveball. Cliff Pennington, a 3-run home run in the 8th inning. That tied it for the A's and gave a no decision to Hoche.
It was one of his best starts of the year.
Exactly.
But could not get the W. So it looks like Hochevar's going to be okay. As Cliff Pennington steps in. Pennington hitting .266 with 3 homers and 18 runs batted in, and the first pitch is a strike. The A's 28-40 on the season, so this is game number 69. They're 14-16 at home. And they are searching for a winning streak. Gets the second baseman, flips to first, and that's out number 2. The A's, of course, have lost 13 of 14.
Batting in the third position.
Just hoping it turns around. It's maybe winning 13 of 14. Need something.
Well, the Yankees are helping them again tonight as the Yankees are pounding Texas 12-4 in the 8th inning.
Rangers probably looking at the A's playing the Yankees here and say, what's the big deal? We can beat them. Yeah. They're smoking them in New York.
First pitch is a strike to Hideki Matsui. The Angels and the Mariners are just underway. No score in the first inning. Santana and Bedard is the pitching matchup there, so we will be watching that game as our game goes on. Texas with a 2-game lead over Seattle, 3.5 over the Angels, and 8 over the A's. So Texas is losing again. They are on their way to their 4th consecutive loss. Two-1 to Matsui, and he goes around in a pitch that was way inside. So 2-2. Matsui 221, 5 homers, 26 RBIs.
He committed on a breaking pitch down and in, almost hit him in the leg when he swung. 2-1, probably thinking fastball, didn't get it.
Fastball that time, but it runs inside, so a full count. 2 for 5 last night for Matsui and a home run. So he is starting to swing the bat much better. And there's the walk.
Danny Duffy last night, the lefty facing Matsui, got a fastball. Hideki looked for it, got it. And unlike tonight, Hoche would throw the 2-1 breaking ball, try to do the same 3-2. Matsui playing every day since Bob Melvin took over as manager.
So he has a 2-out walk, and here's Willingham. Fastball on the outside corner for strike. So Tim Cheetah looks like he's got a fairly generous strike zone. And I'm not saying that's a bad thing.
It's not even getaway day. But they like to have the strike zones where you're saying swing the bat. I think all umpires try to speed up the game. They can control it.
Willingham 234 with 10 home runs and team high 41 runs batted in. Did he get enough? Gordon is near the wall and he's got it. So Willingham put a drive into it, comes up short, no score after 1. Ace Baseball on Comcast Sportsnet California is brought to you by Infineon Raceway. The NASCAR Sprint Cup Series returns to Sonoma June 24th through the 26th for the Toyota Save Mark 350. Tickets at InfineonRaceway.com. Francoeur to lead it off. And he takes a strike. Good numbers for Francoeur: 9 homers, 41 RBIs. He'll be followed by Butler and Moustakas. And this one's driven to center. Sweeney's getting back to deep right center. He's got it. That's out number 1.
Just like Josh Willingham, Francoeur hit his off the end of the bat. Francoeur with 9 home runs, and of course a home run hitter with the Braves. I think he thought he should have crushed that one, maybe for his 10th.
Another good year for Billy Butler: 306, 6 homers, 31 RBIs.
See, that could be a low strike, but Tim Cheetah has established his strike zone tonight, which is in the upper part of the strike zone, which more likely the veteran he is, he'll be consistent.
There's a strike. Outman had a strikeout. He gave up a hit in the first inning. Butler last night 1 for 4, but that one hit was a big one. It was a 2-run double. He also walked. He shoots this one down the right field line and foul. Butler not a huge power hitter, but he is a doubles machine.
That last pitch, 2-1 fastball, and he waited and fouled the ball to the right side. That's probably why he hit the changeup so well last night against Trevor Cahill, because he does wait so well.
Jammed, and Barton has it on the pop-up. So 2 outs here in the second inning, and that will bring up Mike Moustakas.
Batting in the 6th position, third baseman, number 8.
So we got our first look at Moustakas last night, and he had a couple of hits, scored a couple of runs, also walked, had a sacrifice. Well, we watched the Royals last night score 7 runs. They had 10 hits. Of course, they received the 9 walks, but they also played some small ball. They had 3 sacrificed bunts and 3 stolen bases.
And 3 walks scored. Battery from last night. Suzuki caught Trevor Cahill about 50-50. 15 start for Trevor Cahill. And Suzuki and Powell split almost right down the middle as far as the number of games each has caught.
So 1-2 to Moustakas, who is 5 for 13 so far in the big leagues. He's got a home run. Outside, he's got a hit in all 4 of the games that he has played. That's the way to do it, huh?
Have a couple of cheeseburgers and a milkshake.
Good customer there. I would say if you're going to bring anything to that group right there, what that vendor has is probably the smart. Shaved ice. Line foul. Now they figured it all out, but they're on TV. That one Bounced off the plate. Trickles foul. Barton will pick it up.
It's also ball 4 that he swung at, but was able to make contact to keep alive. Josh Outman, a very good 3-2 slider. Curveball to Eric Hosmer to strike him out in the first inning. He fouled off 3 fastballs with a couple of strikes. See if he does it again. 3-2 to Sox.
And he did, and he got him. So a couple of strikeouts for Outman. We're headed to the bottom of the second. It'll be Sweeney, Sizemore, and Barton. No score.
The Giants at the Coliseum. Saturday and Sunday's games have $12 standing room tickets, and Friday's game still has a limited seating available. For tickets, go to oaklandathletics.com/tickets. Should be a great weekend. A lot of excitement in Oakland as far as the Giants and the A's resume interleague play. The second round, beginning of 15 consecutive games against National League teams.
Sweeney towards second, and Getz has been busy, and he takes care of it. The pitching matchups are in for the weekend series. And the A's will see Tim Lincecum on Friday night. Now, Lincecum, of course, has been terrific against the A's, but he is struggling right now, so not sure which Lincecum we're going to get. But Godfrey and Lincecum on Friday, Sanchez Moscoso on Saturday. And then on Sunday, it'll be Matt Cain and Trevor Cahill. So there's your 3 pitching matchups for the weekend series as the Giants will come to the Coliseum. Giants are playing in Arizona right now, and they are in first place in the National League West. Again to Getz. And he will take care of Scott Sizemore. 2 quick outs here in the second inning.
4 of 6 outs recorded by Getz. One of them off of his pitcher, but Pennington, Sweeney, and Sizemore. And what happens with the lefties, and that would be Pennington and DeJesus, of course, rolling over on pitches from the right-hander. Sizemore tried to stay inside out with the pitch, but hit it right to the second baseman.
First pitch to Barton is up and away. Barton hitting .213, no home runs, 17 runs batted in, just 2 hits in his last 20 at bats for A's first baseman. So that road trip for the A's next week, which is of course the interleague road trip in the National League parks. New York and then Philadelphia. And we know how difficult Philadelphia is going to be. It's a terrific team, but the Mets are playing good baseball. The Mets have won 7 out of their last 10, and they're just a game under 500. So it's really not like the A's are catching a break. The Mets were struggling early on.
I think that's just a matter of they want to think about their off-field issues and try to play baseball. New general manager Sandy Alderson trying to get them back winning.
The Phillies have the best record in the National League. And actually playing a doubleheader against the Marlins. They won the first game, and they're playing extra innings in game 2 of that doubleheader. Barton drives one right center. That's hit well. Cabrera on the move, still on the move, and Melky Cabrera makes the catch. Side retired. Barton hit it well, comes up short, and it's a 3-up, 3-down inning. Boy, Eat Fresh asked Glenn and Ray question. Gene from Tracy asked, I always thought the strike zone was top of the knees to armpits. What is the strike zone according to the official rules? All right, well, we have the official strike zone baseball rule 2.00, and we'll give it to you in just a moment.
Oh, better yet, what is Tim Cheetah's strike zone? Think he goes by the rule?
We're going to find out. Trainer, Getz, and Escobar, the bottom 3 for the Royals. A couple of strikeouts for Outman in the first 2 innings. He's given up just 1 hit. Matt Trainer last night 1 for 2, had an RBI, and he had a couple of walks.
I think we'll see also if Landon Powell starts calling the slider to some of the right-handers. There it is, back door, good pitch, and it's a good pitch for Josh Outman, kind of in between a curve and a slider. Struck out Hosmer and also Moustakas on the slider, 2 lefties.
So 2-2 to Trainer. Outfield straightaway and shallow. And that one runs way inside. Oh, we've seen Outman on a full count throw a couple good breaking balls to left-handed hitters. We'll see what he does to Trainer. And a changeup.
A good one. But you know, hitters are going to sit back and wait whenever able to foul off a changeup. Saw Butler do it. Trainer also kind of waits, which means they're not going to be very aggressive on fastballs. I think at 3-2, they're going to be swinging hard, looking for the fastball. Like that. All of a sudden, that's 8 pitches that have been fouled after Outman has gotten ahead 2 strikes on the batters. That will get your pitch count up.
Another 3-2. And that's way inside, and Trainer has a leadoff walk. All right, so here's our answer. Rule book, strike zone. Let's check it out. It's an area over home plate. The upper limit is a horizontal line at the midpoint between the top of the shoulders and the top of the pants. The lower level is a line at the hollow beneath the kneecap. The strike zone is determined from the batter's stance as he prepares to swing at a pitch.
There is not one umpire that goes by that official rule.
Right out of the book. But that's pretty high. That'd be a high strike.
Exactly. But I think every umpire, that's why it's important that a pitcher, especially a pitcher and even a catcher, know each umpire, strike zone. And I think what Adam Roden does, he knows the rotation of the umpires. So he will give to the coaching staff, Bob Melvin. Of course, players, they'll also say who's umpiring, and I don't know how detailed he will go into the strike zone, but you can tell if you're a pitcher and you keep kind of your own information chart about who's behind the plate, and you know what kind of strike zone he's going to have for you as your type of pitcher.
So 1-2 now to Getz with Escobar in the on-deck circle. Trainer takes off, and that ball's hit hard right to Pennington. Steps on the bag, gets out of the way, has plenty of time to throw out Getz, and that's a double play. So with the runner going, the A's are still able to turn the double play. Pennington did it himself.
Now, Pennington is the one making the call for he and Jemile Weeks as far as who's going to be covering. This is a great move here. He steps on the back. He avoids the hard slide by Trainer, knowing he has plenty of time to get Getz, who hit the ball very hard. No chance to flip. Did not even want to think about flipping it to Jemile Weeks. Just got out of the way and completed the double play himself.
So with 2 outs, Alcides Escobar will hit. Escobar hitting just .235, but he has been a very, very hot hitter. He had 3 hits last night. He's got 13 hits in his last 26 at-bats. The Royals got him from the Brewers, part of that Zach Greinke trade. And he bunts. Sizemore charges, and that's going to be a hit. Sizemore went for the bare hand. Escobar runs well, and he's got a bunt single.
Well, an excellent bunt. Sizemore actually moved back, but 2-0 count. Figure may not be bunting, but with 2 outs, Escobar looked like he just wanted to do whatever to get on base. Now we'll see if he's try a few pickoffs, because the way the Royals have been running, Escobar with excellent speed, probably himself would think about getting into scoring position.
Just a little bit inside to Alex Gordon. Escobar has 9 steals on the year. Now the Royals are now first in the American League in steals with their 3 last night. They have 66 stolen bases on the season. And I know we've talked about their at times small ball approach, but the statistics back it up. They're first in the league in sacrifices, first in sac flies, and now first in stolen bases. So there you go. And they do have guys in the middle of their lineup that have some pop.
Manager Ned Yost just utilizing the talent. Guys who do have the ability to bunt, bunt and run. Makes it difficult on a starting pitcher and catcher, and even a staff trying to call the pitch outs. Gordon got a 2-0 fastball that pretty good power numbers for a leadoff hitter. They had moved him into the leadoff spot, making some changes when they moved guys up in the order.
Escobar inches off. He's got a pretty good lead. Not going, and that one's in for a strike to even the count at 2-2. Gordon grounded out to Weeks in the first inning. This is a 9-game road trip for Kansas City. They started it by taking 2 of 3 in Anaheim. And they will finish it with an interleague series at St. Louis. So that's their geographical rival. Martin picks it up, steps on the bag. Side retired. So a hit and a walk, but nothing else for the Royals. Bottom of the third coming up. It'll be Powell, Weeks, and DeJesus. A's still looking for their first hit. First pitch to Powell is hit hard on the ground to Getz, who's been a busy man tonight. 5 ground ball outs to Getz in the first 8 hitters.
Second baseman, number 19.
And here's Weeks.
Weeks.
So Weeks steps in, the switch hitter. Eight for 25 is Weeks.
Markel is talking about how well he is feeling. He's running, and of course the hamstring, tightness in his hamstring, put him on the disabled list. That's when Weeks came to Oakland, joining the club in Baltimore. But Mark talking about going on a rehab assignment maybe as early as this weekend. Eligible to come off a week from today off the disabled list. See what happens when that does happen.
Weeks gets jammed and pops it up. Escobar, the shortstop, gets back there to make the catch. 2 outs. In-depth sports news for the Bay Area fan. We got it. Go deep with Sportsnet Central. It's brought to you by Hyundai, and it's tonight at 10:30 on our sister station, Comcast Sportsnet Bay Area. Highlights from our game here: 30 A's in 30 days. Mark Ellis. Stanley Cup Final. It's a Game 7. Hockey people will tell you there's nothing better than a Game 7. Baseball people will tell you There's nothing better than Game 7 of the World Series. NBA people will tell you.
If it goes to a Game 7, regardless, it will be the biggest. And football, it's the Super Bowl, a one-game Super Bowl, but there's no doubt Game 7's win, champion, lose. Well, you both go home. It's just whether you're going to take the trophy.
Well, it was Boston and Vancouver, Game 7.
What's the score? 3-0. It's 3-0. Vancouver. Boston.
They're
won?
celebrating in Beantown.
Wow.
Yeah, the Bruins won. So they won Game 6 to force a Game 7 and then won it all. So congratulations to the Boston Bruins. They are Stanley Cup champions.
First time since 1972.
I believe so, yeah.
Well, they are celebrating. There's no doubt. Red Sox are out of town, so who cares? It's Bruin time. This quick pitch. Look at see DeJesus look at Hochevar. That's funny. Hochevar did his normal slow windup, then he kind of quick pitched out of the windup. DeJesus took it and then smiled at his former teammate. That was funny.
What was that?
Take a look at this. You just saw the windup there. Watch this windup. Here he goes, and here we go. And DeJesus, what's his look on his face? What are you doing, man? I thought we were friends. We are when we're away from the arc. Now they're in a different uniform. Did it again.
Check swing, no swing, and it's a full count.
Wait a minute, that's not in the scouting report. Maybe Milwaukee was more confused with Hochevar's delivery and didn't see the check swing. Close, was not called.
Grounded in the hole. Escobar guns it to first. And a nice play. DeJesus is retired. 7 in a row retired by Luke Hochevar.
In parking lot A before this Saturday, June 18, and Sunday, June 19. It's the A's take on the San Francisco Giants right here. Games to test drive a new Chevy. You can come out and do that Saturday and Sunday. That should be a lot of fun. You will get an A's rally cap and a ticket to a future game just for taking a test drive. You can hear the sound just like it was in Cleveland several years ago at the old stadium when they had the Cleveland Grand Prix over at Burke Lakefront Airport. And you can hear them, and I can hear the Chevys in the parking lot already Saturday and Sunday.
Wow.
They were loud in Cleveland. You can imagine Grand Prix.
Well, that will be something if the test drivers are going like that.
They won't have the big track, though. They'll be just in the parking lot. And, you know, considering Saturday and Sunday, those games are going to be sold out. Just wondering how much room they're going to set aside for the test drive.
Good question.
Maybe get out on 66th Avenue.
Yeah, let it go. See what it's got under the hood, we used to say.
That's what they did in Wisconsin.
Yeah. A lot more room there. No cops around. Just let her go.
Larry just got an email from one of the Kenosha's best.
Yeah.
Tell that Glenn Kuiper when he comes through town, I'll just show him there's what kind of police officer we have here.
1-1 to Eric Hosmer. Struck out swinging in the first inning. Chops this one. Big hop for Pennington. And that's out number 2.
Yeah, the A's and the Royals, young shortstops that can show off some guns. We saw Escobar throw out to Jesus, and Cliff Pennington we see on a daily basis with his tremendously strong arm. And he's just getting better and better because now he's getting to know the hitters, and right now he's moving a little bit over in the hole, knowing that Francoeur has a chance to pull the ball. And it's kind of automatic of his positioning now at shortstop. See the gap up the middle between where Pennington is set up short. So that's what Francoeur has to shoot for. But if he gets out front and pulls an off-speed pitch or a fastball, that one he did not.
Lines it right at Sweeney. 3 up, 3 down inning. So we're going to the bottom of the 4th. Pennington, Matsui, Willingham due up for the A's. Of the 4th inning. The A's and the Royals, game 2 of the series. A's are still looking for their first hit off Luke Hochevar, the 27-year-old right-hander. First pitch is in for a strike. Pennington grounded out to second after the first inning. Curveball is bounced to Getz. And that's out number 1. So Pennington's retired, and that'll bring up Matsui. So Hochevar pitching well right now. Hochevar was the first overall pick in the 2006 draft. Number 1 out of the University of Tennessee. So obviously big expectations for Hochevar. Has not quite met them yet. Still just 27 years old. 6'5", 225 pounds. At some point, it's got to kick in for him, though, and if it doesn't, the Royals use the first overall pick on him. 2-0 to Matsui.
And we talk about the young position players, but I think also and having some veterans. Hochevar has been around long enough to be young, but also have some experience. Fit nicely in the rotation. I think they're developing a very good organization. Very good team at the major league level. Gil Mesh retired. Had 1 year remaining on his huge contract and is 55 for 5. Decided to retire after the 4th year.
So 3-1 to Matsui, who walked, and he will be followed by Willingham.
Would you like to be a club that know you've committed at least 11, 12 million for a pitcher and he decides he's going to retire? Walks away from that contract.
Yep, didn't have to pay him.
And say budget just went up. That's what happens when a player retires instead of being released.
So Matsui walks for the second time. Ace Baseball on Comcast Sportsnet California is brought to you by Jack in the Box. Right now at Jack in the Box, get the new bourbon barbecue steak grill sandwich. It's at participating restaurants. As always, the Ace fans out, and they do a pretty good job of wearing their gear. Off the foot of Willingham.
Josh Willingham is so strong. It was a 92-mile-an-hour fastball, yet he was out in front and hit it straight down, almost like it was a changeup. Came up and hit him with his right knee after hitting the ground.
Willingham hit a long fly ball to left field in the first. Got it just off the end of the bat a little bit. Nothing like popcorn in an A's helmet.
And you hope you're wearing a size 9. You don't want the 6 5/8.
No,
yeah?
You go for the you want the big head. Time called by Willingham.
A lot of attention paid to Hideki Matsui, who I don't think really is a candidate to run.
Bounce right to the shortstop, and Escobar will take it himself, and that's a double play. So we're on to the 5th inning from the Coliseum. No score, A's and Royals. by AT&T, who are the only 3 pitchers in Royals history with at least 100 career saves. Well, Joaquim Soria is probably on that list.
Probably Dan Quisenberry.
Yeah, I would think. Butler, Moustakis, and Trainer. Who was the Royals closer in the 70s? What was his name? Mark Littell. Remember him? He must have hit off Mark Littell. He gave up the home run to Chris Chambliss and remember at Yankee Stadium that ended the ALCS. Butler takes a breaking ball. First strike, 1-2.
I know when we see the list, I'm going to be reminded of the guy I'm trying to think of. I can't think of his name. And I don't want to look in the media guide of the Royals.
I bet I know who you're talking about. Sizemore waits and then flips across. Montgomery?
Yes.
Jeff Montgomery. A good sign for the A's earlier today. Rich Harden, a simulated game. And he's getting closer, folks. And boy, would he be a lift for this rotation. That's a little dinged up.
Well, especially with his good fastball and changeup. See Ken Quirk behind the screen? He was observing. You see that?
I didn't see that.
Well, maybe we can go back and show another shot of Rich Harden. You'll see.
Moustakis drive to right, but DeJesus runs it down. Ken was scouting Rich Harden.
I don't think he was yelling, "Give me a bat," either.
No. Just writing down some notes.
Now batting, number 15, Matt.
Well, there he is in the booth, and he was behind the batting cage, and he just noticed himself on TV.
He gets a little embarrassed. Our good friend Kenny Korak.
Two hits for the Royals, 0 for the Athletics. 4 innings, and we don't want to be talking about a no-hitter, which seems like you talk about one every game around baseball.
I don't know what you're talking about. I don't know what you're talking about.
Well, then we have to talk about it because the A's don't have a hit.
I'm not going to talk about it. I'm going to be difficult.
Now, if Josh Outman had a no-hitter, it might be quiet. And it's bad enough for the A's not scoring runs. You don't want to have somebody that's going to be flirting with a no-hitter.
No, you're right.
Remember, as you mentioned, Hochevar retired the first 11 A's that he faced on the 7th of May.
Willingham's going back. He's near the wall, and he leaps, and he caught it. It's a nice play by Willingham in left, and it's a 3-up, 3-down inning. We're headed to the bottom of the 5th.
Josh Willingham is the recipient of the right choice. His man trainer thought he had a home run. I think a lot of people did, even Josh Alvin. Josh Willingham went back, timed his leap perfectly in front of the wall. And again, it's always important. He got back to the wall and then jumped straight up.
Well, you know, you think it would have went out?
It would have hit the top of the wall at least, and didn't want to take a chance.
No.
But he timed it perfectly, and it's hit high enough, and it's what a good outfielder will go back to the wall and then jump straight up. You don't want to kind of drift back and then jump and have the wall stop you after you get off the ground maybe a half a foot.
Sweeney, Sizemore, and Barton against Hochaver. There's a strike, 1-1 count. One and two. Angels and the Mariners are scoreless in the fourth inning in Seattle. Breaking ball drops low, 2-2. The Rangers have lost 12-4 in New York. 2-2 pitch is hit hard, and nice play by Getz on the short hop, and that's out number one. So Getz doing a nice job at second base. Here's our AT&T trivia answer. Who are the only three pitchers in Royals history with at least 100 career saves?
Third baseman, number 29, Scott Sizemore.
Jeff Montgomery leads everybody. Quisenberry and Soria. First pitch to Sizemore is a breaking ball that stays inside. Sizemore grounded out to Getz, his first at bat. That's 55 pitches for Hochaver. That was fastball and had a lot of movement.
Maybe two-seam fastball, or at least took, that was it. 91 on the gun, but a very hard two-seam fastball. You throw that in a hitter's count where a hitter might be looking four-seam fastball, you're not going to give up a lot. Back with a slider.
So 2-2 the count to Sizemore. Setting up inside, and that one bounced. Eustakis to his left, throws in time. So 2 outs here in the fifth inning. A's Baseball and Comcast Sportsnet California, brought to you by Cash Creek Casino Resort. Cash Creek's Heatwave giveaway with cash prizes, match play, and more every day. Visit cashcreek.com for details. Lots of goodies here at the Coliseum. Crowd of a little over 16,000 tonight. Burger Shack, huh?
That's it.
Huh?
Double burger.
Nobody knows better than we do. Cabrera has it, and that is a 3-up, 3-down inning. A's still looking for their first hit. We're through 5, no score. on Comcast Sportsnet California is brought to you by Lowe's. Visit your local Lowe's to cast your MLB All-Star ballot and enter to win a trip to the All-Star Game. Compliments of Scott's. 0-0, top of the 6th inning. Outman, Hochaver in a pitcher's duel. 1 walk, 2 strikeouts for Outman so far. And that one missed somewhere.
No strikeouts for that guy. 11 ground ball outs for Hochaver. And Getz has probably 9.
Inside, and the count 2-0. Escobar to follow, and then the top of the order, Alex Gordon. 75 pitches for Outman. That one in first strike. Sizemore into a slide, gets up, throws just in time to get Getz. Sizemore playing in.
There's no way Cliff Pennington was going to throw out the speedy Getz. A pitch that was up and away, and nice play. Sizemore just to his left going into the slide. Slow hit ball, and that's the short hop. He had to catch it and get up quickly.
Escobar.
Took a little extra crow hop to make sure he had a good enough grip, and that's what infield is able to do. Take the crow hop all the while getting a good grip, the 4-seam grip, and making the strong throw.
Escobar had a bunt single in the 3rd. And he's got another hit. He is red hot, folks. 5 for 7 in this series. So pretty good production from the 9th spot in the Royals lineup. And now it's to the top of Gordon.
Got a breaking ball. Watch how he adjusts his swing. Planted the front foot, as they say, got the front foot down. And able to keep the mat back to make contact. And when you're hot, those things happen.
That's the 3rd hit for the Royals. First pitch to Gordon. Fastball, swing and a miss. Ray, if I told you there was a team that was struggling worse than the A's, would you believe me?
You're talking about it all areas, all aspects, or just offense?
I'm just talking about wins and losses.
Oh, there's probably a team. Who would it be?
The Florida Marlins. Just follow me on this one because they are in a major scuffle. They have lost 14 of their last 15. On May 31st, they were in 2nd place, 2 games out, 31-22. Since then, they've gone 1-14. They're now tied for last place, 10.5 out in 2 weeks.
Well, that's the A's in a nutshell, right there.
Wow.
It's exactly because the A's got to 500.
Same time frame,
Same time frame. Got to 500 against the Orioles. A 3-game sweep, a 4-game winning streak. 500, and I think that put them at 27-27.
Yeah. Barton's got it. Second for 1. Back to first. And Barton hangs on, and that's a double play. 3-6-3. And that is the second double play the A's have turned tonight. 6th inning. It's time for the Coors Light Freeze game. Coors Light Freeze Can is brought to you by Frost Brewed Coors Light, the world's most refreshing beer. 6th inning, and Landon Powell takes a rip at the first pitch. It hits it high and foul. Powell, the 8th place hitter for the A's. He'll be followed by Weeks and DeJesus. No strikeouts for Luke Hochevar. He's walked 2. Matsui both times. And the A's do not have a hit. 0-1 pitch to Powell, who grounded out in the 3rd inning.
Hey, talk about the Royals and their small ball and the number of guys that have bunted and been successful. The A's have not done it, and I think that's something. Jamiel Weeks in the future. Of course, a lot of things happening for him right now. Just a week or so in the big leagues. 3 triples in that period of time, but this young man knows he has the ability to run, to make some things, great things happen with his legs. And well, I can see him in the future being great when it comes to sacrifices.
And the A's got their first hit. Powell lines one to right center.
Well, Landon Powell got an elevated fastball from Hochevar, and even ball might have been tailing away from him. Landon a very good swing on a pitch about belt high, tailing away, got the top hand and the head of the bat. Ultra mode. Oh, that's a good swing. So Jamiel a chance, although stock is at 3rd, now going back a little bit, but problem is Landon Powell does not run fast, and I did not see the A's sacrificing here.
He does show bunt and takes low.
That's been like a drag bunt on his own. He'll be bunting for a base hit. I would hope that's not a sacrifice attempt, because it was a late attempt as far as bringing the bat.
Weeks popped out in the 3rd inning.
There he is.
Bunts it. This could be a tough play for the Royals, and Weeks beat it out. Ball stayed right down the line, and Weeks has a hit.
Well, that is a tremendous bunt, and you think about Landon Powell doesn't run, but you look at Weeks does, and you have to really concentrate on him. And the great thing about that base running, he stayed within the lane in which he's supposed to run. No chance for the ball to hit him or for contact. And Hosmer just probably thought he tagged him. His foot was off the bag, but must have felt he had tagged him.
If they change anything on this call, you're going to see Bob Melvin with an immediate sprint.
Well, now, why would you be talking about, now Hosmer looked like he did tag him. What's this right there? Did he bring it back and tagged it? Barely. Jamiel Weeks, that is great to see that kind of a bunt. And just think, with his speed, he doesn't have to lay down a perfect bunt if he's dragging for a base hit. Just put the ball on the ground, and his speed alone is going to force a lot of things. And we see another bunt.
Jesus not bunting, and he takes a strike. Couple of ground outs for DeJesus, one to second and one to short. This time he shows bunt and he takes low. 1-1 the count. Outfield swung around toward left. See Escobar trying to keep Powell close. They're going to try to get that play at third. Hochevar's going to go that way, and they do it. So Hochevar got off the mound, and the Royals were able to make the play defensively. So DeJesus will be on first with a fielder's choice.
Well, the idea was there, and that is forcing the third baseman to field the ball, but Hochevar fielded his position very well. Got over, and of course that's when the third baseman realizes the pitcher's going to make the play and is able to get back to the bag.
So Pennington will try to give the A's the lead. So lots of speed now with Weeks at second and DeJesus at first. Breaking ball drops low.
Escobar is getting attention. That's beautiful.
He covered it all, didn't he? Yes, no, maybe.
That's great.
Speed, no speed.
I think you could look at Landon and have a pretty good idea that maybe he's not blessed with a lot of speed. But he might have been thinking about, we're going to use rotation, you know, or is it going to be the pitcher? Usually there are signs that are given that infielders then know. Of course, case of Escobar trying to keep the runner close in second, which he did.
Weeks takes off, and he's going to make it with a stolen base. No throw. And no swing as they appealed onto Milwaukee. So Weeks again flashing the speed, and that's a big 90 feet.
But watch him take off. He gets a great jump. Watch the slide, how late it is. Look what happens. He slid so late. Start now. And then popped up and overran the bag with the aggressive slide. And Cliff Pennington got away with one there. The trainer decided not even to attempt to throw. No chance to get Weeks, who first of many major league level, no doubt, in stolen bases. But a green light, so David DeJesus were not able to follow him to second base on a double steal.
That's the first career stolen base for Jemile Weeks.
Well, here's a great opportunity. See what Bob Melvin does. 1 out, 3 and 2. Their ground ball pitcher is 11 ground balls out, make it 12. Infield's back, try to stay out of a double play if there's a ground ball hit. And if the ground ball is hit, they don't turn the 2. The A's will score a run.
Runner goes, the ball's drilled, right center field, and that's going to get down for a hit, and the A's are going to take the lead. Weeks trots in to score. DeJesus goes to third, and Pennington comes through. So RBI number 19 for Cliff Pennington, and it gives the A's the 1-0 lead.
A fastball from Hochevar and a very good swing by Cliff Pennington, who knew that just wanted to get the ball airborne. No chance as Cabrera thought about trying to make the play. And Jemile Weeks immediately tagging up unnecessarily, but scores the run. So the base hit with Jemile Weeks on the bunt.
So here's Matsui. Again, first and third, 1 out. Matsui has walked twice tonight, so the A's came into the bottom of the 6th without a hit, and they have 3 hits this inning, and they have the 1-0 lead. Never know with Pennington. DeJesus, the runner at third. That's low. 2-0. So Hochaver was just sailing through the first 5 innings, but could be the get him in the stretch theory, which we've talked about before.
Matsui, a pretty good RBI man. You think Pennington might be running, but also might keep the hole open for Matsui.
This one's hit to right field. Francoeur with the great arm. DeJesus tags, and DeJesus is not even going to challenge.
Wow, what a throw. That's incredible. That is respect there, folks. And of course, he would have been out by 10 feet had he attempted to run.
A one hop about 2 or 3 feet up the line.
Well, the technique is outstanding. Got behind the ball, and look at the extension, the way he brings the arm back. I mean, this is as perfect a throw as you're ever going to see. DeJesus thought about it, and Mike Gallego said, don't even consider it. That is a reputation that you love to have as an outfielder. Scout does not need to see him throw in infield practice. His reputation precedes him. They know.
Not anymore.
Yeah. It's like Ichiro.
Low to Willingham.
And there are so few outfielders who throw exceptionally well. You appreciate somebody like Francoeur who does.
Good arm, or great arm and accurate.
Exactly.
How many guys have both? Ichiro has both.
But I like the way he takes the arm back. Full extension back, and then the follow through right over the top. It sets up perfectly to get in a position where he's not on his heels.
Markakis has a very good arm, and he's accurate. Remember, like when Guerrero was playing the outfield, he had a great arm. Wasn't always accurate, though. Good pitch there, down around the knees. 1-2.
See, Ichiro's been in the league, 10 years now. In his first year, threw out Terrence Long at third, trying to go first to third on a clothesline throw, and okay, won't run on Ichiro anymore. And that was his first year. He's won a Gold Glove every year since. He sat out a game just recently.
He did.
Not playing. Yes.
He was
struggling.
Long look by Hochaver, and Willingham wants timeout. Willingham, a fly ball to deep left field, and hit into a double play. That was in the 4th. 0 for 2. Shoots that one toward first. Hosmer stays down on it. Steps on the bag. Side retired. A's get a run on 3 hits. 7th inning coming up. A's 1, Royals nothing. June 17th for the A's Wives Basket Auction behind Section 120. The baskets will feature favorite items of A's players as well as autographed memorabilia. All proceeds will benefit the Josh Willingham Foundation to assist with the tornado relief efforts. Again, that's this Friday, June 17th. It's the Wives Basket Auction behind Section 120. So all the proceeds benefit the Josh Willingham Foundation.
Well, his catch saved a run. The A's scored a run in the other half of the 6th inning. Josh Outman, who looked like for a while he might not be around for very long, continues to pitch well.
First pitch to Melky Cabrera is low.
The A's need a shutdown. Something that they've not been able to get in Chicago over Sunday's game. Scott Sizemore tied the game in the 7th, but the White Sox scored 2 in the bottom. So you score, you take lead or tie a ball game. You need to try to get a shutdown in and get back in the dugout.
1-2 to Cabrera. He'll be followed by Hosmer and Francoeur. Little pop-up. Weeks is going to get back there, and he's got it. 1 out. Here's our Farmers Insurance report card. Most games with a hit in the player's first 30 career games, but you have to be 20 years of age or younger. Danny Ainge on there. Now, Hosmer's not on there because he's 21. Moustakas is not on there because he's 22. They're just too old for that.
Yeah.
Ball first strike, 1-1 to Hosmer, who's struck out and grounded out. He's 2 for 6 in the series. And Nick at 3 for 7 as he has a line drive base hit to right field.
He grew up a Yankees fan. His dad from New York, the Wizard of Oz. I like that. But he said he saw the Yankees at Yankee Stadium when he was age 4, first game. And I said, you know, don't think the Royals are going to let you go after free agency. Yankees always look at guys that, you know, maybe after free agency become a New York Yankee. I don't think the Royals, it'd be kind of the George Brett mode where you start as a Royal, you finish as a Royal. George Brett, of course, still there. Lifetime contract that he signed with the Royals.
Francoeur drives one center. Sweeney's racing back, still going back, and he makes the catch over the shoulder. And Hosmer has to hustle back to first. So Ryan Sweeney, a very nice play, and straight away center field.
Francoeur with that slow walk again back to the dugout. Thought he crushed one. He said, what is wrong with this Coliseum? Ball's not carrying, but Ryan Sweeney, another great play. Back to the infield, running very hard. I hope he's not saying I got it because there's nobody near him. No, he's the only one. That's a great play. Great jump and a very good center fielder, there's no doubt.
So 2 outs with a runner at first for another dangerous hitter, Billy Butler. Butler takes a fastball, just missed outside.
That's great concentration by Ryan Sweeney, and I think the most important thing for a center fielder to be able to determine how hard the ball is hit, whether to break in, break back, and to watch Ryan Sweeney turn his back to the infield and race back because he knew the ball was hit hard. It's going to be over his head, but you had the maximum speed when you turn your back and run straight, and that's what he did.
92 pitches for Josh Outman. And he threw it away. And Hosmer's going to end up at third. So an error on Outman, and that gets the tying run into scoring position.
Well, even worse than that, you have 2 outs, not a lot of pitches thrown, and just make a bad throw to first base. Way offline, missed Barton by about 6 feet. And there's no doubt one of the worst plays, just because the guys at first base might take 2 hits to score him, but an errant throw puts him in scoring position, or even to third base where a mistake could score him. So it's Bob Melvin, the A's manager, going out to discuss the situation with, and it could be about Butler and the fact that he's a very good hitter. You got a lefty, Moustakas, the rookie, in the on-deck circle. It's either pitch him very carefully or maybe even put him on. Situation didn't have to consider before the overthrow to first.
2-0 to Butler. Curveball just missed. 3-0.
Someplace in Maui, Lon Simmons is saying, "Why do you do that?" Lon would say that all the time. Every time a pitcher would throw to first base with 2 outs and make a bad throw, so nothing good's going to come out of it. So that's a pitch around. And no doubt would have pitched to Butler had Hosmer been at first base, but now they're trying to get the rookie third baseman.
Well, plays like that are even more of an issue here because it's really another, instead of 90 feet, it's 180 feet automatic, unless the guy's super fast, and then you never know. So here's Moustakas, first and third, 2 outs, A's up by 1. Moustakas takes a fastball high. The A's bullpen, I was just going to say, is empty, but as I say that, about 4 guys get up. And they are moving around quickly. It's like Devine and Fuentes. Moustakas got a fastball and took a big rip. So they're moving around quickly. Moustakas is 5 for 15 so far in the season. Little pop up left side. Sizemore reaches up over Pennington, makes the catch. Outman gets out of it. So the Royals strand 2, 7th inning stretch, 1-0 Athletics. The A's 1-0 over the Royals. It was a Cliff Pennington RBI single that scored Jamiel Weeks in the bottom of the 6th. So Hochevar has pitched well, but the 6th inning got him. He gave up 3 hits. Sweeney lays off the breaking ball, 2-1.
A nice outing by Josh Outman. In his name, Outman, he got some outs, some big outs, especially Stockless in the top of the inning. Ryan Swear
Pass to diving Moustakis to left field for a hit. So the A's got a leadoff single last inning, and they get one here in the 7th.
That's Ryan Sweeney. He is hitting in the 5th spot, but good opposite field hitting, and that's not a surprise. The surprise was that Moustakis was off the line at 3rd as much as he was, because Ryan Sweeney, one of the best going to the opposite field.
Here's Sizemore to bunt, and he tried to bunt the high curveball, and he missed it. No surprise there. We've seen Ryan Sweeney hit the ball the other way his whole career. Bunt it again. Hochevar will go to first. So Sizemore, a successful sacrifice. And the A's, I think we've seen them struggle with at times, right, was getting the add-on runs, and they need one here.
I think Bob Melvin's thinking, if you're not going to hit a lot of home runs, which the A's have not, then you better put guys in scoring position, try to drive them in, and by sacrificing. And Bob said in his press conference, you have to look at the personnel you have and determine how you're going to manage them. If he knows he's got guys who can sit back and hit home runs, then he might not be playing the small ball.
That one's lined left center field. Base hit. Derek Barton comes through with the RBI single. 2-0 A's.
There's your sacrifice, and instead of needing 2 hits to score a run from first, you sacrifice him in the scoring position, and first pitch hitting by Derek Barton, he brings him in. Great inside-out swing, stayed inside the ball. The two-seamer away from Derek Barton, got the front foot down. Opposite field hitting, and that is great. Bob McClure is going to visit with his pitcher, but no chance for Cabrera to get to this one. It's a picture-perfect swing there.
So Barton with his 18th run batted in. That's Tim Collins, who's heating up quickly. So Sweeney led off the inning, and he ends up scoring.
Who knows how Luke Hochevar would have faced the A's or approached this game tonight had he won the game against the A's on May 7th. Winless against the A's, and every pitcher knows what his numbers are against certain clubs, and he knows he has not won against the A's in his career.
So McClure back to the dugout.
A nice conversation with Tim Cheetah as he was standing on the mound, so got his reliever a few extra pitches in the bullpen. He's no doubt ready.
Landon Powell got the first hit of the game for the A's. That was leading off last inning. 3 hits in the 6th, 2 more here in the 7th. Powell goes after the first pitch and rolls it foul. hit, the no-hitter through 5 innings. Out, right over the bag. Escobar is there, and then he throws to first, and that's a nice play by Escobar as he decided to take it himself and turns the double play. A's going to run 2-0.
Baseball on Comcast Sportsnet California is brought to you by Xfinity, home of the most live sports, and by Chevrolet. Go to ChevyBaseball.com to support youth baseball and help make a moment kids will never forget.
Derek Barton with an RBI single in the bottom of the 7th, so the A's do get an add-on run, 2-0. And when it's time for change, think Speedy Oil Change and Tune-Up. Your oil change tune-up and smog experts. Brian Fuentes will take over here in the top of the 8th inning. So Josh Outman, 7 shutout innings.
Leading up the top of the 8th inning for Kansas City.
That's a good job of being a stopper that the A's have needed to try to get some consistent pitching, playing in general, and basically trying to win a ball game and get on a nice winning streak.
Trainer gets Escobar, and Fuentes' first pitch in the top of the 8th is up and away. Yankees beat the Rangers 12-4, and in that game the Yankees hit 5 home runs. Teixeira hit a pair. He's got 21. The Angels and the Mariners still 0-0, 7th inning. Red Sox shut out the Rays 3-0. A 1-hit shutout for Josh Beckett, who's now 7-2. He did it in 97 pitches. The only hit was an infield single in the 3rd. So Beckett having an all-star first half. Pop up on the infield. Sizemore near the mound has it. So Fuentes gets out number 1, and that'll bring up Getz.
Good changeup from Fuentes, and of course this is the role that he was expected to provide to the Athletics, coming over as former closer, but he's going to be the setup, pitching the 7th, 8th inning. Then he became a closer, and now he's back in the role with Andrew Bailey. Of course, Joey Devon's back. A's have some options of closers. Of course, Andrew Bailey, assuming everything's okay with him, he would be the man to close the game. Get a back scratcher instead of having to use the chair.
That's high he gets. Indians beat the Tigers 6-4. So that gets those two teams back into a first place tie in the AL Central. The Red Sox and the Yankees both winning. Boston hangs on to their game-and-a-half lead. The Rays lose a game, so they're now 4.5 back. Pop up. This is going to send Pennington out to the outfield grass. He's got it for out number 2. Well, the Bay Area's biggest sports staff now brings you Sportsnet Central updates each night on NBC Bay Area News at 6 and 11. Comcast Sportsnet and NBC Bay Area working together to bring you the best in local sports. Here's Escobar. Escobar is 2 for 2. And he takes a big rip at the first pitch and fouls it back. He is 5 for 7 in this series. And it's 0-2.
I think the biggest thing Escobar did was prove that the game of baseball is all about signs. He's at second base going through all those various moves.
Yeah. I was confused.
You don't have to say anything. You just use signs.
Almeida.
One of the biggest home runs against Rob Min right here at the Coliseum in the interleague play. Almeida signs. No, it's John Jaha.
Right center, and that's going to get down. Escobar with another hit. So he is 3 for 3. He's got a 2-out double.
And it was an 0-2 count and just finds a way to make contact.
Now batting, number 4, Alex Gordon.
They want to go up in the zone. He did, but he got a chance to extend his arms.
So Gordon will hit lefty on lefty.
Next true right-hander is Francoeur. Cabrera's a switch hitter in the on-deck circle. Then Hosmer, the left-hander.
Outside corner, a strike to Gordon, who is 0 for 3. He's grounded out 3 times. One of those was a 3-6-3 double play. Gordon with 7 home runs on the year, hitting .279. Slider down and away.
The thing about Brian Fuentes, when the A's acquired him, they knew that his numbers against lefties were very good. Kind of the left-handed specialist facing lefties, and got a big one right here in Gordon. If he can get him out, get out of the inning.
Escobar not being held at second, and that is a fastball, and he went around. So Gordon now behind in the count, 1-2.
Fooled on the fastball, might have been looking another breaking ball and went too far. It looked like a very good pitch. Actually surprised it was not called a strike by Tim Welke. It looked like it had the strike zone.
And that one was inside. Escobar takes third, and I was just shocked that it didn't hit Gordon.
I think he was trying to let it hit.
I think he was too.
The breaking ball coming at him and just hung. He turned away. No matter what, unless your name is Don Baylor or Ron Hunt, you don't like to get hit. I don't care how slow the ball's being thrown.
2-2 pitch is rolled over, bounced to Barton. He's got it, and he's going to have to hustle to the bag, and he didn't get there, and the run scores. So a defensive mistake by the Athletics, and it cost them a run.
Now Brian Fuentes falls off to the third base side, and Derek Barton waited back. He didn't charge. And there's the speed of Gordon getting down the line. And Fuentes grabbed the ball from Derek Barton. And I thought, there's no doubt with Derek making sure he got the correct or the good hop, assuming his pitcher was going to be there. But it's the 2-out, 2-strike double, and then an uncontested stolen base third. If he's still at second, he doesn't score. That's why when sometimes you're at second base and nobody's playing close to you, giving you third base, you take it. Because in a case like this, a mistake ended up getting a run.
So it's a hit and an RBI for Gordon. And here's Melky Cabrera. Fastball is a bit inside. So the Royals get on the board here in the top of the 8th inning. And that one's lined to right field. DeJesus coming in. He'll play it on a hop. Gordon will head around to third, and it's first and third with Hosmer coming up. So Cabrera gets his second hit.
A fastball up, about belt high. And with all these lefties and Cabrera the switch hitter, so that he turns right and back right-handed. Again, 2 outs. Gordon on the run, on the move, and into the third easily. Fortunately, DeHaze is able to cut the ball off, keep it from going to the wall.
So here's Hosmer, who is 1 for 3. And the first pitch is a fastball inside. So 2 quick outs here. And then a double, a single, and another single. Hosmer takes just a bit low. That looked like a pretty good pitch. 2-0. Fuentes kind of staring in. Not quite sure why that was called a ball.
Because it's Tim Cheetah's strike zone tonight. The high strike he's given, he's not giving the low. So he's pretty consistent with his zone.
Hosmer shoots one foul.
Problem with the reliever coming in, he may not know the strike zone of the umpire.
That's true.
Stay to the bullpen, you're a long ways away. All pitchers want to pitch down in the zone. You hope to get the strike, the low strike. Tonight they're not. So Joey Devine is up to face Francoeur. Hopes it's next inning. He does not want to have to face him this inning.
2-1 pitch popped up. Sizemore's going to have a play in foul territory. He's got it. Side retired. Royals get a run as we go to the bottom of the 8th inning. The A's 2, the Royals 1.
deck? No way!
Here's our game summary brought to you by your local Toyota dealers. Good pitching matchup tonight. Josh Outman, 7 shutout innings. Luke Hochevar went 7 and allowed 2 runs. Plenty of defense in this ball game. This was a big play. Jamal Weeks with a bunt single. That put runners at first and second for the Athletics. Let's see, Weeks would then swipe third, and he would score on the Pennington single. That was in the 6th inning, and that's the first run of the game right there. The A's would then score a run in the 7th inning. So it is the bottom of the 8th, 1-7-0 for the Royals, and 2-5-1 for the Athletics. Both starting pitchers are out. And Jamal Weeks will lead things off. So the lefty Tim Collins comes in, and he pours a fastball in for a strike to Weeks. When it's time for a change, think Speedy Oil Change and Tune-Up. Your oil change, tune-up, and smog experts. Busy guy this year, 33rd appearance for Collins. And this is game number 68, so just about appearing in every other game is Collins, so he's been a workhorse, and he's a rookie. And he's kind of fun to watch.
Talking about the high leg kick, and kind of turns his back to the hitter and pulls the string on a nice changeup. Andrew Bailey getting loose.
Weeks hits one high center field toward right center, and that is out number 1. Well, join us this weekend. It'll be the A's and the Giants right here at the Coliseum. All the games will be seen on Comcast Sportsnet California. 6:30 our coverage begins on Friday and Saturday, and then at 12:30 on Sunday with A's pregame live, all 3 games. Complete A's coverage every night on Sportsnet Central and CSNCalifornia.com. Home of the A's is Comcast Sportsnet California. So it'll be a big weekend here at the Coliseum. Very large crowds are expected, near sellouts, and by game time they probably will all be sold out. So should be a fun weekend of baseball.
Now, when we're talking about standing room only, $12 standing room only tickets for Saturday, Sunday, and limited number of tickets for Friday, I'd say there'll be big crowds, sellout crowds, and with the weather being as nice as it is, if people don't have tickets, they think about walking up. Definitely fill it up. Be nice to see. A's can only hope to do what the Giants did to the A's in San Francisco. That would be a great thing to start interleague play round 2 for the A's if they could have a good weekend series against the Giants, but even better if they could win tonight and tomorrow afternoon heading into the series.
Pitches roll down toward the Royals bullpen. In the 9th inning, it'll be Francoeur, Butler, Moustakas for the Royals, and they will face Andrew Bailey. Fly ball left field. Gordon is under it. 2 outs. Radio tomorrow. Final game of the series. Check it out on 95.7 FM. 12:35 first pitch. Francis and Gonzalez, so a couple of left-handers will be battle. Gio trying to get win number 6. So the guys will be in charge tomorrow night, or tomorrow afternoon. Correct. Vince Petronio. Cliff Pennington, an RBI single in the 6th inning. That's a strike.
Last night, Trevor Cahill did not have a strikeout. Tonight, Luke Hochevar, no strikeout. 14 ground ball outs and 4 fly ball outs for Hochevar. A very good outing.
Broken bat. Escobar has it. Side retired. Ninth inning coming up. Bailey coming in 2-1 Athletics. The A's 3 outs away from a victory as they lead the Royals 2-1. And the closer, Andrew Bailey, comes in to face Jeff Francoeur. First pitch is a swing and a miss by Francoeur. When it's time for a change, think Speedy Oil Change and Tune-Up. Your oil change, tune-up, and smog expert. So Bailey looking for save number 2. We got the first one on Friday night in Chicago. Missed somewhere.
Well, that's the low again, and another reliever comes in. Andrew Bailey thinking all of a sudden he's 0-2, instead 1-1. Good cut fastball to start the at bat. Good fastball that was not called a strike.
Butler to follow, and then Moustakas. So a couple of right-handed hitters and then a left-handed hitter. High fastball, and it's fouled back.
Well, Francoeur has hit a couple of balls hard. One, actually all 3 to Ryan Sweeney in center field. One in the 4th and one in the 7th. Hit very well.
Barton is going to run out of room. 10 rows back. So 2-2 to Francoeur. He's got 9 home runs on the year. Didn't want to give it to him.
That ball just cut too far out of the strike zone. Very good pitch, trying to get Francoeur to chase, but did not want to leave it towards the middle of the plate.
So the payoff to Francoeur, and he picks up a grip, fouls it back. got him swinging. 1 out in the 9th.
Time now for the Fremont Bank plays of the game. Josh Outman, a very good outing of the A's lefty tonight, making his 5th start. Wearing the alternate go jersey. Good slider to Hosmer to get the strikeout. Same to Moustakas. And how about this double play? Cliff Pennington outstanding on the hit and run. So a very good outing by Josh Outman. Outman got some big outs tonight. Good to see him pitch so well.
Butler takes a swing at the first pitch and fouls it back. Over 2 of the walk for Butler. He's 1 for 6 in the series. In there for a strike, and it's 0-2.
Well, that was a hanger. You have to be wondering, how could I not swing at that?
That's the one he should have swung at
That's
as opposed to the first pitch.
Yeah, this one just right there and froze him, and waits back so well. Surprised he didn't swing.
Bailey grabs it, and that's out number 2. Very nice play by Bailey. That ball may have been headed to center field.
Watch how he finishes right there. Right in his glove. Butler upset, probably more so at the pitch he took than this one that he hit, caught by Bailey. Like you said, maybe Weeks would have been there, maybe not. The ball was hit pretty hard.
So here's Mike Moustakas. And he fouls the first pitch back. Inside with a cutter. A's trying to get win number 29. Even up this series at a game apiece. Left field, shallow. Willingham went back. Now he comes in. He's got it. And that's the ball game. So the A's do it with pitching. What a surprise, huh?
Just enough offense and some small ball to help score the runs. But a very, very well played game by the A's to pick up their first one on this homestand.
So 2-1 is the final. A's over the Royals. Don't go away. A's Post Game Live with Mindy Bach and Shooty Babbitt is set to go from the studio. 2-1 is your final. A's over the Royals.